Continuing with the top view of the drawing. So we've already inserted these dimensions and pulled the construction lines all the way up, so I have those sizes. So what I need now is the width of my right view. So I'm going to do the parts that I can see from my right view now. It's going, everything I can see from the right, I will highlight in blue. Okay, so that's everything I can see from the right. So my width of my top view is going to be 12, 36, 12. Not for the inside parts, that's just for the outside height. So I take my ruler and I measure those dimensions. Starting from my bottom corner, on this line from the corner that I've indicated, I measure 12, 36, 12, and I can draw in my outside borders because I have my height, I have my width. Okay, those are my outside borders. Now I need to insert everything else. So my cylinder is in the center of this piece. Okay, so if I take the 36 divided by 2 is going to give me 18. So I measure 18 from one of my indicated points where I measured my 36. I measure 18. I mark the 18. That is going to be the center point for my cylinder. I am going to pull that line, construction line, across up to this 45-degree line here. Up to the 45-degree line here because I'm going to use that for my right view. Then on the construction line that I created for the end of my cylinder, I'm going to measure the radius of the cylinder up and down. So it's 18 to each side. So I measure my 18. On each side. My cylinder gets drawn up to this line here because it is attached to that wedge support. Something is wrong, do we agree? This this line is not where it is supposed to be, so I'm going to measure that again. The gaps on both sides are supposed to be the same width. That's how I knew I'd made a mistake somewhere. I draw in the edge here. And then I can draw in my wedge. It just touches my cylinder. Now I have to do this piece here. It's 12 to 12, so it's 6 to each side. And that is my top view without my hidden detail. I still have to insert my hidden detail. So I need this inside here, which is going to give me 24 diameter. That's 12 to each side. And then I insert my hidden detail lines. Remember, hidden detail lines, 2 millimeter line, 2 millimeter space goes through the whole cylinder. 2 millimeter line, 2 millimeter space for a hidden detail line. It is also a B line, which is lighter than an A line but darker than a construction line. Are we missing anything? Okay, the lines that we are missing is this wedge is at the bottom of the cylinder, so there should be a hidden detail line to show that it goes through. So we need to add that hidden detail line there. Anything else we're missing? We are missing the hidden detail line for the gap that we have at the bottom. So 12 millimeters from each edge. Must also have a hidden detail line going through. My hidden detail line is not where it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be going through that cylinder piece. So I'm just fixing it. Now my top view is finished. So for my right view, I have to pull all the construction lines across to my 45. So every single horizontal line that I have, I pull to my 45 angle line. Are we missing anything, grade 10s? Missing anything? Where's my center line for my cylinder? I have to have a center line that goes through my cylinder. Remember? Long line, short line, long line, short line, long line. I need that center line. That center line is very important. Okay. Now going from here for my front and my top. Going from here, we move over to our right view. So now I'm going to take all of these lines and I'm going to bring them down. And I'm going to use those construction lines to draw my right view. So all of these lines that I've taken to my 45, I bring down. Okay, and using that, I can draw in this edge we have here for my right view, this line here, which is going to be right at the top, and it's drawn from the one construction line all the way to the other, there, and then these lines here is there, so I follow them. Take them down. I can draw them in as well. Bottom piece. Now, if I only had these two views and I did not have this, I would still know that this is a circle because I have a center line, okay? Due to the center line, I know there has to be a circle there. So I'm going to take that middle point. So it's on this line and I follow the center line down. So my center point is there. And I'm going to draw in my cylinder. I don't need to measure the radius off of my ruler because it should fit. If I did everything correctly, it should fit in here. So I'm somewhere going to measure it here. I check that it touches the lines on both sides. Something somewhere is skew. So I'm going to double check my measurements. It should be radius 18. And then I draw in my first circle. The second one's radius is 12. it's in. Then I can draw my wedge that I can see here. And then tangent from the corner to the edge of my circle. There. There is no hidden detail on my right view. Now, here where it touches, that is where I get the construction line for where this line should end. So now I can draw in that line, because that's where it's supposed to end. Okay? Which also means I can take it up those lines I bring across, and that is up to where these two lines should go. Did you see how I determined them? Those and this off of where it touches my circle. You see? And that is my entire drawing. Yes, no? Missing two center lines. Must have center lines in my circles, I've told you. Now, I have my title, I have my scale, I have my symbol. Okay, so I've done all of that. I don't have my 5 dimensions, so I still need to insert that, but I do have my front view, my top view, and my right view. So now I need to insert the 5 dimensions that they indicate here. They want the 24 diameter, the 36 diameter, the 42 millimeters, the 48. Those are the dimensions they want. So the 48 millimeters is there. Then I need the 42 millimeters. Remember, when you do dimensions, you need to have your gaps. It doesn't touch the drawing itself or the line that you are working with. There is supposed to be a gap. And then I need the 36 and the 24. And I'm done.